There is a reason Venice is the first place for romantic couple holidays, well-renowned art events and very famous films. The city on water is like no other, with winding streets, cobblestones and beautiful Gothic architecture, and the occasional gondolier floating by. So when in Venice though you may want to spend your time simply sipping Aperol spirits and getting lost in the city's maze, there are some things you absolutely cannot miss. Venice is rich in culture, home to some of the best galleries, art collections and museums around, as well as a plenty of spots to refuel with a chickadee and spiritual and people was for a while. And here are the 10 best things to do in Venice. Number 1. Grand Canal. The Grand Canal is Venice's biggest selling point, and for a good reason. In the summer, the light reflects off the water, gondolas float by and locals tuck into a gelato and dangle their feet over the edge. In the evenings, the regal places light up, exposing their ceiling freakishes and grand chandeliers all along the canal. To really get the full experience, you can book a gondola trip or a water taxi and travel down the water, gazing at the pleasant shore. For groups of more than 2, it's got to be the water taxi. And the good news, they serve champagne. You can book for a big group for a couple of hours and see Venice like you have never seen it before. It's awesome. Number 2. Venice BNL. Venice is like a serious arts and culture hub, and the BNL is the epicenter of its contemporary art scene. Every 2 years, artists, curators, critics and art buyers flock to Venice BNL for the Olympics of the art world, as it's otherwise known for a global art festival that is music and film events all year round. Number 3. San Sebastiano. Millions loiter outside San Marco every year, waiting for their turn to catch a glimpse of the fabulous Basilica. Why not take a detour to the church of the Saint Sebastiano instead, where some of the Venetian Renaissance master Paolo Di Pialo's most significant works can be found. Save Venice Incorporation, the non-profit responsible for restoring countless Venetian artworks and architecture across the city, recently restored Tiepolo's ceiling paintings and has spent over a decade repairing and restoring much of the church. Number 4. Carnival Festival. Every February the city hosts the traditional carnival, where more than 3 million people dress up in a masquerade costumes and dance until dawn. But what makes this party different? It dates back to Renaissance times. Venetians wear gilded white masks and the theatrical outfit ranged from black capes to ball gown and feather hats. Number 5. Lazaretto Nuovo. To escape tourist crowds, take a private boat to Lazaretto Nuovo. In the Middle Ages, the main building on this off-the-beaten-track island was used as a monastery. Today, it's a cultural center with exhibitions, events and guided tour of the sculptures on the walls to tell the tales of ancient merchants. Number 6. Lido Island. When the Venice Film Festival hits town every September, the Hotel Rivera on Lido Island becomes the star spotting place of choice. However, don't wait until every autumn for a trip to this iconically beautiful location. The hotel itself boasts an illustrious library heritage that includes Ernest Hemingway, Lord Byron and Thomas Mann, the latter with a pen in hand to write Death in Venice. Take a break from writing your own novel with a lie down on the sands of the unforgettable beach. Number 7. Cafe Florine. Set in the heart of the San Marco Square, Cafe Florine is legendary. This iconic slice of Venetian history has been a hallmark of royalty since 1720, attracting celebrities over the centuries, from Charlie Chaplin to Andy Warhol, and its decor hasn't changed much since the 18th century. Either Rialto or for something sweet, the gourmet chocolate, especially coffees, and ice-cold gelato. The patio is perfect. Number 8. Peggy Guggenheim Collection. The Peggy Guggenheim Collection is one of the world's premier private art collection in Venice, quite too short to district. From the Grand Canal, this one-story institution looks like an unfinished palace, which is just what it is. Guggenheim purchased the incomplete building in 1949 and filled its room with her vast collection of 20th century surrealism, extract expressionism, avant-garde sculpture, cubism, and more by esteemed artists like Mondrian, Dali, Pollock, and Picasso. Visit the museum's sculpture garden filled with blooming shrubs and flowers in the morning before the crowds flock. Number 9. Tremarcanti. Tiramisu is the decadent Italian cake dessert made of ladyfinger cookies dipped in coffee and layered in cream. Founded in Venice in the 1960s, its secret recipe has been preserved by local restaurants and bakeries. The Tremarcanti bakery offers 25 different kinds of fusion tiramisu, from strawberry to limoncello and passion fruit, but the traditional classic with cacao is a must try. Number 10. Murano Glass Museum. Make time for a trip to Murano and marvel at the traditional glassmaking artistry the island is famous for. The beautiful light-altering products are still made at the Fornes Ferro Murano glass factory, where visitors are invited to peek inside an open studio. But you can also discover more about the history and artisanal craft at the Murano Glass Museum. We question anyone who can come to this place and live without a handful of dreamy ideas of rainbow chandeliers and miniature glass food. So my cute pumpkins, this was the end of the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Until then, happy travel.